Hey, welcome back to another episode on our new series, Pro Tips to Live a Dynamic Lifestyle. If you're new to this show, you definitely want to stay for this because we're dropping them every single day and we're giving you guys tips from literally experts and legit pro tips on how to live a dynamic lifestyle, especially in this pandemic and new circumstances and landscape that we're facing. So if you're interested, make sure to subscribe below. Other than that, get ready for this next one.
All right, guys, Dylan and Lauren in the house. How you guys doing today?
Oh, doing great.
We're doing awesome. Awesome.
Right on. You guys always have those big, bright smiles, like always good energy with you guys. So I appreciate you guys, coming on this pro tip series on how to live a dynamic lifestyle to help people, through the pandemic and stuff. So guys, I just want to kick this off and just ask you how are you guys personally doing? And I know you guys made a big move from Ohio out to Scottsdale. Congratulations. So just in the whole thick of this going on, you guys did that. So how are you guys doing? And then what are some tips you guys could give to people that might be struggling? And more importantly, how could someone reinvent themselves right now?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we're doing amazing. So since the big move and the quarantine, Lauren and I have just been finding new things to keep ourselves occupied while social distancing in the process.
Yeah. So obviously, we love going to the gym. We love working out, but almost every single gym out there is closed. So we've been, along with also recommending to our clients and followers, doing things other than lifting in the gym. So we've been implementing things like biking, hiking. We've been going on a lot more walks just to get our steps in and get moving.
Yeah. And we're just trying to, find new things that are keeping us moving. And that's what we're encouraging all of our clients to do as well. We're finding that we have a passion for these new ways of fitness.
Yeah.
And we encourage others to try to explore other realms of fitness. Just because the gyms aren't, open at the time doesn't mean you can't still be active and fit and enjoy the process still. Just find different ways and acclimate, adapt, and, have fun with it.
I know, honestly, up until maybe last week, we've only been working for our home workouts with maybe 3 different size resistance bands, a 10-pound kettlebell.
A 5 and a 10-pound kettlebell, and
that's it.
Body weight and each other. We've been using each other as resistance. So and we've been making it work. So you don't have to have weights, and I get everybody loves that gym setting, but we have to make do with the things that we have accessible to, and that's exactly what we're doing. And we encourage everybody out there to do the exact same.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what are maybe some tips you could just give to the listeners? Let's say they're struggling right now, they're down. It's they need a little bit of hope and kind of to reignite the fire. So what are some ways that they could kind of reinvent themselves right now?
I actually made a post about this recently. I had a client, same thing. And she's over in Chicago. So right there, they can't leave really the house at all.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck inside and
it's really
and that's
strict
tough.
over there. Yeah. And I know that it was just her home workouts were just getting really boring, repetitive. And one suggestion, and I know this is kind of weird, but take a break, take a rest, take a few days just off of training, off of, whatever that is that you're doing to stay active. And when you start implementing that, maybe give it a few days, you can kind of reignite that fire and have a little bit more fun with it again.
Absolutely. Just from the biofeedback that she was providing us with, it just sounded like she was drained mentally and physically. So, I talked to Lauren and we talked to this girl at the time, hey, it's okay. Let's just take a break from everything, kind of just hit a mental reset button, as well as a physical reset button. And we'll incorporate this as a intuitive deload week from a training and dietary and mental standpoint. And, we'll recheck, reassess throughout the week, see how you're doing. And we'll do this as long as we need to. But after a few days, her motivation started to spark again and she's ready to get back at it.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, I really like that, man, because that's actually what we advocate with a mental deload and what we call just deloading from external wisdom of stop reading books, stop doing podcasts, videos for 1 or 2 weeks and let your brain rest just like you would your joints, your ligaments, all that stuff. Yeah. So that's really awesome.
And that's something that you kind of wouldn't even think about yourself, but having that external motivation to do something like that, it's oh, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Yeah. Thank you for the idea. I'm going to implement that myself. And it's crazy how well it helps.
Absolutely.
definitely.
Do you guys, have you guys had those days where just like literally like, frustrations built up and you're just like, gotten in like kind of like an irritated mood or something because you can't go somewhere or really like experience the new move that you guys had? And like, how do you guys deal with that?
Are you a fitness professional looking to create more income, impact, influence, and independence? If so, we actually just dropped our new book, Rise of the Fit Pros. So you guys can be on your way to doing all those things, and you can sit there and build your hybrid training model. So if you're interested in getting your copy, make sure to click the book or the link right here, and you guys can grab it. Other than that, make sure to enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, well, I know right now that's definitely, it does suck. Like, I wish there was a bunch of things that we could be doing right now, but we know like that time, you kind of just have to look at it like for a health standpoint, like right now, all of these precautions are being made so that in the future, we don't get the coronavirus, we don't get sick. And I mean, in the moment, if we have those feelings or anything, I mean, like, thankfully we have the weather to walk around, get moving, at least be outside. I know that it probably is really difficult to always be crammed up inside. But we just been doing like walks and stuff like that.
We just, again, something that we tell all of our clients, focus on what you can control.
Yeah.
And Lauren and I are really good at doing that and not stressing about the outside factors that we have absolutely no control over. What good is it to stress over these kind of issues that not only we are going through, but everybody in the entire world is going through. So the best thing to do is not dwell on it, figure out things that you can improve on and that you personally control and just adapt. Again, try your best to adapt and acclimate to that. And, having like a coach or having a mentor or somebody to talk to can further help you, throughout times like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, there's no handbook on how to get through this, or you know what I mean. It's not like somebody did something wrong to like make this happen. It's like it's out of our control.
And everybody's learning. Everybody's learning, and we just have to take it day by day.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I'm learning from my clients through this, and I'm sure you guys are as well. You're learning. Like, I know by the end of this quarantine, I am a better coach because of this. I'm learning so much from the biofeedback everybody's giving me. I'm having to adapt and change protocols a little bit. We're all about close communication with our clients. Don't get me wrong, but now we're like even further close communication, like more Zoom calls, more team Zoom calls, more FaceTimes, just to get more like one-on-one interactions, because people are missing out on that. And I feel like if people can get the interactions with people during this time, that really helps with what they got going on in their personal lives.
Definitely.
100%. That's amazing that you guys are doing that. Now, I want to shift gears here a little bit, Lauren and Dylan. So let's just say hypothetically, like you guys have done an amazing job with your guys' business, but let's say this pandemic just wiped you guys out hypothetically. And my hope with this question is to actually give the listener some confidence, some motivation, some ideas. So if you guys got wiped out, how would you build your business back up knowing all the skills that you guys have obtained over the years?
Yeah, well, that's actually obviously something that we've had conversations about, because coaching and fitness and having a coach is just like one of those extra expenses. If somebody's losing their job or, their income just gets slashed in half, coaching's that first thing to go. So we knew that that's a possibility. But, at the end of the day, we know that in the future, things are going to start building back up again. Granted, we don't know when, but we would kind of thankfully we have kind of the clients that we do, or, the presence that we do. So once those people start, working again and things start getting back to normal, hopefully they can come back.
Yeah.
Also just kind of continue doing what we're doing as far as like social media goes and showing up to competitions whenever those happen again.
Yeah. And it just all comes down to adapting to the current environment.
Yeah.
So everybody's having to adapt, as are we as coaches. We're having some clients drop off that, are losing their jobs that are unfortunate during this time. I mean, this is impacting so many people. And we're adapting to that, and we're trying to figure out ways to further help those people that say are like unemployed during this time. So we can further help them throughout this time as well. If it's a financial standpoint or financial burden on them, we're finding other ways that we can help them. But we're adapting along with this.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you just got to do. adapt, adjust, and continue to stay positive. That's something that I really, preach to everybody, not only our clients, but to Lauren, to myself. Like, I'm always positive. I just try to look at the positive of everything, even though like this situation sucks and there's a lot of negatives, but there's still a lot of positives out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, even too, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and they said that their tip was like, really just, get a hold of your fear, right? That like, that's like the foundation, because if you're fearing everything, it's like going to cause paralysis by overanalysis. Like, you're not going to take action on stuff. So that's another thing too. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love that.
There's been days where he's brought me down for sure. Cause I'm like, oh my God, like, what are we going to do? And it's like, Lauren,
I'm like, girl, it's okay. Like, we're in this together,
Yeah, there you go. That's part of the journey. And like, you guys are going to get married next year and stuff, but it's like, this is the first like stepping stone and just the piece of adversity, but it's all good.
If this doesn't test a newlywed couple, we're like newly engaged, what will?
No, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely, this time is going to make us as a couple stronger, us as a, business relationship stronger. And, like I said, we're going to become better coaches, and our clients are going to become better clients and individuals from this. We're all just going to become better from this time once this, so to speak, ends. I guess.
For sure. Guys, so if kind of going towards like, wrapping this up, I've been asking all of my guests this question. So I just want to know, like, and I want to hear individually too from you guys, what do you guys think like the big message from the universe is, or like just for society, for humanity, that's going on within this pandemic?
To me, the first thing that comes to mind is gratefulness. Definitely take things for granted 100%. And I realized that after this, those extra things that we are able to attend or have, like even coming down to like getting your hair colored or your eyebrows done. Like I take that stuff for granted because now that you don't have it, but just being very grateful for those things that you have and the things that actually really matter.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just truly be grateful for everything. And I think a lot of people realize that they were taking advantage of a lot of the things that they had. And this is very eye-opening for everybody. I think everybody's going to be a better human being after this, once they have access to everything that they had before. Because you don't realize what you had until it gets taken away from you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. So guys, what can we support you on with right now, or where can people connect with you?
Absolutely. So you guys can connect with us at bairesthetics.com, as well as our Instagram is, we have a new team page, Bair Aesthetics on Insta. And then my personal Instagram is DylanBair_RD. And
then my Instagram, I'm not going to say all the underscores, but it's fitness first. If you look at his page, you'll find me.
All right, guys, cool. We'll have all that plugged up in the show notes. Dylan, Lauren, just want to say thank you again for your time and just everything that you guys are doing just within the fitness industry and just as people. I've always respected you guys just a lot. Just, you guys are great people, helping out people. So yeah, thank you again.
We appreciate you. And thanks for having us on. We love connecting with you guys anytime we get a chance.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, guys, until next time.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video and another episode on pro tips on living a dynamic lifestyle. We truly appreciate it. Hope you got a lot of value out of it. If you're interested in getting more value like this from these pro tips, make sure to subscribe above. We're going to be dropping these daily. Also, if you are a fitness professional and you're looking to create more income, impact, influence, and independence, we just dropped our new book, Rise of the Fit Pros, so you guys can do all of that. And you can also start building your hybrid training model with in-person and online training. So make sure to click the link or the book right here to grab your guys' copy, and we'll send it over to you. Other than that, we're out. Talk to you soon.